Justin Bieber making it very clear on his Instagram that he is done taking photos with fans, but he gives a very, very good reason through Pastor T.D. Jakes. Take a look.
It amazes me. One of the things that amazes me about being well known is kind of hard to get used to, and I really don't like it, but I do it. Everybody wants to take pictures with you, and they run up to take the picture with you. They don't. See, it used to be they wanted to know you. Now, they don't even want to know you. They just want to be seen with you. And they look at the image and walk away with the image. And I'm standing there thinking, you had a chance to meet the man and you walked away with the image. The image is the cheapest part of the person. But we are satisfied to live in a world of images at the expense of having reality.
Okay. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think that guy is super on point. I've never heard him before. I've never heard of him, but he's huge. And those are some words of wisdom.
Is he a pastor or a bishop?
He's a bishop.
He is a bishop.
According to Irma, our director in the control room,
yes,
who's
he
also
is
a big
bishop.
fan.
And I know, hey, give him that title.
Yeah.
I really like this clip.
Yeah.
And I think that he makes a very good point. I like that Justin posted it without comment. I think it says everything that he would want to say. And it makes you think. It really makes you think. And I like the conversations that we have had on Pop Trigger recently, I would say probably within the past month, about fan culture and where that has gotten us. Because I don't think that all the access to celebrity that we now have through social media has actually developed fan culture in a positive way. You'd think that it would, because you have more access. You can see everything they're doing on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Twitter. You know how they feel on their Facebook. They have YouTube channels. But I think it just heightens them to this level of being untouchable, so people don't even want to get to know them anymore.
Look, and we live in LA, and you see it on a daily basis. Like anywhere you go, like people would rather have a picture to show off to their group of friends on their social media, than to actually enjoy life, what's in front of them.
Yeah, and I would also say it's selfish. A friend of mine pointed out on when you're snapping something, and I really like Snapchat, but it's worth having a discussion about.
Yeah.
If you are snapping something, then you're taking yourself out of the moment to just let people know that you were there, but in a very temporary way. You don't want to post it with any permanence. You just want to show people, I was here, I was at this concert. I wasn't, I'm not experiencing this concert while I'm doing this, but I want you to know that I was here. It's selfish.
Yeah, look, I went to Coachella this year with my girlfriend, and I think after the first night, we made a pact to not use our phones at all during the rest of the festival. And it was fucking awesome. Because you see like everyone else at, not just Coachella, just like any music festival or any event, and people just have their phones up like this, looking at their phone, when the real thing is like happening right behind them.
I know.
And it's like, you gotta remind yourself for a second, like, yo, put that phone away. No one's gonna give a shit that you're here tomorrow, and just enjoy it, take it all in.
Yeah.
And go tell your friends about it on Monday.
But I mean, there is something to say for the connection that social media does give you.
Yeah, there's always the positive, but then you start losing sight of that after a while.
Yeah, that's the problem.
When
and
your
I think
whole
that
reality becomes this thing in this place that doesn't exist.
Right, and then and Justin Bieber and like these celebrities just become people that you see on your news feed. So when you see them out in real life, you've dehumanized them.
Yeah, and they become trophies in your life that like you're hoping to acquire and show off to people.
Right. I want to go to a meet and greet because I want to get, my one picture. And I don't know if you've ever seen a video of how quickly those meet and greets go.
Right.
But it's just like a line of people just taking a picture.
Yeah, and those people aren't like, let me shake your hand, like, how are you doing? I'm so and so. It's really nice to meet you. That's so much more powerful than just taking a picture without even looking at him, because you're just like, oh my God, it's him. Let me take a picture.
Right, and then because you're looking at yourself. It really is celebrity culture and how social media has influenced it has become quite selfish, and it's important to turn off your phone sometimes. I love doing that with my girlfriend. We will intentionally go
it's
to
the
places
best.
where we do not have cell phone service, just to cell phone surface.
Surface.
Surface there, nailed it.
God,
Service.
it's so good when there's no surface for
I
cell phones.
love when there's no surface. Sometimes my girlfriend and I just go up into space, just no surfaces, all around, just floating.
Look, and this goes
best.
beyond like our obsession with celebrities. I think it just in people's normal lives. You want to compete almost with other people.
Who's having
who has
the best
the
life?
funnest life? And then like if you were to look behind those cameras, I'm sure more often than not you would see that like it's all bullshit. It's
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's some people who have pretty awesome lives.
yeah, of course there's some people that have pretty awesome lives, but like there's something about people that put up constant social media updates.
Right.
And like look, in our group of friends, it's people who that's a part of their job to do that. But then I'm just like looking back like when I was in high school, when I was in college. And there's always those people that like they need to make like prim their social media and their life, their image perfectly. So
yeah, I think you're hitting the nail on the head when you discuss image, because that is what the bishop was talking about in the video that Justin Bieber posted about image and what people perceive, how people perceive
everyone's
you to
a
be.
brand all of a sudden with social media. Everyone has a brand.
And just to remember that there are people behind those images. There are people with real people with plans and with friends and with insecurities that a lot of times we don't think celebrities are a part of that.
Yeah.
You know, we only assume that it's just us and our friends. But I think that it was really strong to point out that there are people. It's so weird to say this because it feels obvious, but I know we all lose sight of it. I do as well.
Yeah.
There are people behind the image. There are real people with real feelings behind the image, and they're worth getting to know.
Yeah.
And they're worth taking the time to turn off your phone and experience.
And look, we talked about this a little bit, but like I can't help but to feel that at least some part of this has to do with the whole fucking tragedy behind Christina Grimmie.
Right.
And you gotta imagine like how that's affecting all these people who are not only friends with her, but they're in the same profession as her, and they're kind of required to do the same kind of things as that she was.
Right.
Like meeting with fans, like giving
Meeting
back,
with fans
engaging
after a concert.
engaging with your audience, and this is so scary. And I think like the bigger point that Justin is trying to hit in this is like his problem with this whole fan culture and the point that it's gotten to with the help of social media. So
No, I think that that is an excellent.
I don't get it. Like, have you ever been a fan of anything like that? Like, we like to joke around with you and like Selena Gomez, but like that's like you're not like.
You mean like rabidly?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I know that.
And like this kind of like rabid fandom, it's usually with younger people. I think after a certain age, like you get over it. And like you get involved in life.
Well, you get involved in your own life.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that we're seeing that where typically we had all experienced it is almost sort of stagnant.
Yeah.
Because you can cling on to social media more than we could when
I
we were
can't even
growing
imagine if we had this level of social media we do today when we were
Right.
Like it was getting there, but
I remember
we had like AIM.
Right.
That was our social
And
meyou
had MySpace, and you could add them into your top
and
top
it was
8
and
if you really liked the band.
I don't know if you used Xanga. No, you don't remember that. No. That was like a little before MySpace.
But so here's an example. When I was in 9th grade, I was in an airport by myself, and the bassist to one of my favorite bands was getting off a plane, and he was just walking in through the airport, and I saw him, and I was writing in my diary at the time because again I was in 9th grade. And I dropped everything, all my stuff, my passport, I just dropped it, and I went to go give him a hug, and I just said, "Your music just means so much to me," and
that never happens anymore.
I told him as you made such an impact on my life, and I really wanted to say.
Yeah,
I definitely freaked out. It's okay to freak out when you see a celebrity or a musician or an artist or an actor that you are a fan of. It is okay to freak out. But I will never forget that moment. I have no photo evidence of this, but I'll never forget the moment of just telling him, "Oh my God, I love your music. You had such an impact on my life."
I think having our phones and our social media with us like make us stop right at the freak out point.
Yeah,
so
you
freak
don't
out,
think past
and then you don't think about like what am I gonna do now? No, all you're just like, "Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I have to show everyone this moment right now."
Right, because again, it comes back.
And then, oh my God, you just
selfish.
fucking lost out on having maybe like a really important moment that you can remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah. If I could end on one note, I would say if you're a fan and you see someone that you are a really big fan of,
don't approach them. Just don't do it.
No,
just
I
stay in
would
the
say
corner
whatever
and
you
smile.
do something for the story. Don't do it for the photo.
Yeah.
Get a story out of it. Carry that with you. That will, I promise, be more impactful, more meaningful than any photo. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have the 1,000 words.
Yeah.
All right, let us know in the comments section below. Are you a big fan? How do you think fan culture has impacted all of us? What do you think about turning off your phone for a little bit? And we will see you next time on Pop Sugar.